Hey guys, happy Mental Health Monday. It is a holiday where I'm at, so I had the day off work. That was great. And so good evening. Evening for me. And my name's Brianna. I hope you're having a great day. So I'm just going to start. I want to talk today about the subject of shame and guilt. Because I had a revelation kind of in the shower the other day. And I was thinking, maybe that's TMI, but I was thinking that about the concept of healthy shame, and because I was kind of wrestling with some shame feelings in myself, and I was wondering, okay, like, is this the good shame or the bad shame? And then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? Like, all shame feels bad, and like, what is the purpose of healthy shame? Like, if healthy shame is a good form of shame, then why do we have it? And so anyways, the conclusion that I came up with is that there is no such thing as healthy shame. Because all shame feels bad, and there are definitely way better ways to do what healthy shame is supposed to try to accomplish than to feel shame. So shame is trying to get you to not do something, right? Like, okay, you should be ashamed of yourself if you do X, Y, and Z. If you run around naked around the neighborhood, or if you even as extreme as, like, stuff like pedophilia, or, like, something really extreme like that. Killing people. You should be ashamed of yourself. And in one sense, there is that feeling of, like, guilt or not feeling good about a decision that you made, but the reason for feeling that should not be shame. Like, it should not be that I am bad. Like, shame is that feeling of like I'm unworthy, I am bad. And so what I would say is, as an alternative to that, is the way to get people to stop doing what they're not supposed to do, or even just, like, for your own self, is, like, to have empathy. To have empathy for yourself and for another person. So the reason I would not want to kill someone is because I know that I'm cutting this person's life short. Maybe it will be painful for them. It will be painful for the people around them. I could say I know how it feels to be hurt, or I know how it feels to be afraid for my life. I know how it feels to lose someone I love, or I know how it might feel if I lost someone that I love. And I think, so those feelings of empathy are what stops people from doing certain things, as well as shame also stops people. But I think in order to have the world that we want to have, because also shame kind of leads to people doing a lot of crappy things, because when we feel icky about ourselves, or when we feel like bad, it just leaves us doing other bad things, whether that be drinking, or, and maybe if we're drinking to avoid feelings of shame, we might do something that would cause us to feel even more shame, or do something that's even worse than we would want to do. So I feel like those feelings, they just always, I mean, if you don't check them, or, like, realize that I don't need to have this emotion, or, like, love it and ultimately know that you don't need to feel ashamed, and that you are just who you are, and a person and stuff like that, with emotions and stuff, that you don't need to feel shame about them or about it, then you can go about having, like, a healthier view of things, and a more like, connected way of viewing things. So we're viewing things in terms of relationship, or in terms of relationship to myself, or in terms of relationship to other people. Like, is this going to be beneficial for me and beneficial for the other person? And so anyways, I think sometimes we grow up thinking that we should feel bad about certain things, just for no other reason other than like we just should feel bad about it. And that's just because I think, our parents, probably because they didn't get taught, didn't teach us maybe because it takes more time, I think, and also it's about how they were raised themselves, but like instead of being walked through why is it not a good idea to hit Johnny or something like that, you would want to say like, it hurts Johnny, and have you ever been hit before? You know how that feels? Like, well, something along those lines. Obviously I'm not perfect, but I'm just trying to kind of set up a framework of what I think would be a better alternative, as opposed to we just say, no, that's bad, or like punishing and giving people like a look or a timeout or something. So it's not like like there's no structural reason given for why we don't do certain things. And in my mind, the reason is because to do those things would be to cause another person to hurt, and you wouldn't want to feel those things yourself. So, and yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot more to this subject that I'm not going to be able to cover in this one video. So if you have more to add to this, I would love to hear it, and I would love to strike up more of a conversation about it, because I think it's really important. So I think the baseline, the bottom line is, no matter what you do, and I do mean that, I believe that no matter what you do, that there is no reason to feel healthy shame. That's not a thing. If you feel guilty, there are feelings that you can work through and feel empathy for yourself for. Why am I feeling these feelings? Is there anything that I want to do to correct this feeling? Is there any other way that I want to think about this thing that could be more helpful for me? So again, I kind of go back to the empathy video that I posted before, which is there's the 4 questions to ask of what am I observing? What am I feeling? There's one more question in there. What do I need? And is there a request that I can ask of myself or someone else in this situation? So, those really productive questions to ask, as opposed to just feeling bad and just saying, I did this really bad thing. What can I do to get away from this feeling? So yeah, that insight was helpful to me, and I hope it's helpful to you. Another piece that's helped me in this is I'm listening to the audiobook of The Untethered Soul. Gosh, I can't remember the author, but I'm listening to the audiobook, and it's really good. And it basically talks about like there's this voice in your head that is just constantly saying stuff. And, we just choose to listen to it most of the time. We're like, oh, yeah. And, like, we don't have to. There's this voice, this tape running on in our heads, like, we should feel bad about this, or we should feel bad about that, or we should feel bad about what this person's saying, blah, blah, blah. No, you don't. And, like, I don't know, it's just amazing the choice we have. And I'm not saying I'm perfect and I fully decided I'm not going to listen to the voice and I'm fine now, but that I want to, and just that awareness that I don't have to listen to the voice is hella freeing, and I hope that you can find some freedom in that too. So I'll leave you with that. I would love to strike up a conversation about this. If you would like to say something in the comments, and if you like this video, give it a like, and if you'd like to subscribe for more videos, I would love that. If you subscribe, you would love it too. And let's see, I didn't talk about MBTI Thursday last week. I'm so sorry for that. Literally had nothing to say. And I don't want to just pull something out of my butt. That's not my butt, but my hat, my butt. I don't want to pull anything out of anywhere, somewhere, except for my heart or whatever. But, and I know that if I started talking, I probably could maybe find something to say, but I don't want to just to talk. So I didn't have anything last week, so I apologize for that. If you were looking forward to that, but I hope to have something this Thursday, and I'll be thinking about it. And so anyways, I'm excited about that, and I hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great week, and I will talk to you later.